From formation to taxation, covering inflation, temptation, high expectations, and that dreaded stagnation, we bring to you Hip Nation.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hip Nation. My name is Sarah, and I'm here today with Seth and Kai, who were the winners of our last Juniorpreneur class, which was held, when did we finish that class? May sometime? Excuse me.
No, I think it would be...
End of April?
Yeah, end of April.
Yeah, okay. So we finished at end of April. Gave these kids a few weeks, I guess, to carry on with their lives and hopefully their businesses. And we're going to find out all about that shortly. Before we start, I would like to thank all of the participants who were in this class. So we had Kai and Seth, obviously, but we also had Kieran, Jocelyn, Xander, and for a short time we had Danielle. And we had so much fun together in the 5 weeks that we were together. Not 5 whole weeks, just 2 hours a week. These kids had some brilliant ideas, and at the end of their 5 weeks, they got to present to some judges in our Lions Cave presentation. So this is where the kids get together and individually present their business plans to some local business owner or just some local well-known people who are the judges. And those were Jasmine Anges of Castanet, Amanda Darnley from Elevation Woodworks, Tara O'Connell, who's at Wacon Manufacturing. And then we also had some really awesome sponsors who sponsored our first and second classes. And those were Castanet, Local Landing, Amante Real Estate, Wacon Manufacturing, Action Edge Business Coaching, Kettle Valley Memorial, Elevation Woodworks, and Community Futures. And a special shout out to Okanagan School of the Arts, who handles all of our registration, and they do some social media posts for us. And also the lovely Darcy, who co-taught this class with me. So before we get right into the nitty-gritty, please hit the follow, like, or donate button. The donate button can be found at the end of the podcast, the episode description, which you'll see, like, if you're on Spotify, it's kind of underneath the episode title. There'll be a little description of what we're talking about, and then a donate link. And then the follow and like buttons are different on every different platform that we're on, so you'll have to do some digging to find those, I guess. But if you do that, then you'll get notified of all of the episodes that are coming up as they get published. And I should also say that this is probably our last episode before we take a summer break, because we're just entering into crazy busy season, as if it's not already busy now, but just a lot of big things going on. And Steve, our sound guy, is taking the summer off as well. So we're very happy to have Seth and Kai in here for our last episode of the season. So let's get started. Seth.
Hi.
Introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from, kind of what school you go to, what hobbies you have, your family life, as much as you're willing to share. Tell me about you.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, my name is Seth, obviously. And I live in a family right now of 2 parents and 3 siblings. Mm-hmm. And I have one other sibling.
Come a little closer to that mic there.
Sorry.
Yep, there you go.
I have one other sibling.
Awesome.
And what I kind of like to do, and what kind of, I created my business on, is anime and video games, because I like playing video games and everything else, like Call of Duty, for instance, and anime. I like watching shows like Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, all the above and stuff. And I also started reading some manga, which is really good.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I have some family in Mexico.
And how old are you?
I am now 17.
17? Really?
Yeah.
When was your birthday?
May 17th. Ironically, right?
Happy birthday. It's like that's called your royal birthday.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. It's not like a real thing. It's just folklore. But happy birthday anyways.
It's a real thing now.
The big 17.
It's a
That's
real
exciting.
thing now.
It is. Yeah, we've just made it real. Awesome. Kai.
Hi, I'm Kai. I'm 13. I know it's supposed to be for 15-year-olds, this class. But I had a fun time with it.
Yeah. We snuck you in there.
Yeah. I'm Kai. I live in a family of 4. With 2 parents and my little brother, who is now 4.
Yep.
In my free time, I do like to play some basketball, sports, just a lot of different things.
Awesome. Yeah, I should have known that you liked basketball because of the business that you started,
Yeah.
which we're going to talk about shortly. So, Kai, why don't you tell us right now, what business did you start? Tell me the name, tell me what the
Alrighty.
plan is, what you're going to do with it, all the things.
So I started a company called Crispy Kicks, which is a shoe reselling business. So I'll try to get a shoe for cheaper and then sell it for profit.
And where are you finding your shoes that you sell?
Just off of like a Nike drop. And I'll wake up early or wherever, and then I'll try to get the shoe for cheap and then sell it for more.
Love it. Are you selling used shoes too, or just brand new stuff?
Mostly brand new, but some used because a lot of people like to get cheaper shoes.
How do you know when there's going to be a drop?
So I'll go on my phone, and then there's like apps, and they'll show you when one's coming out, and then I'll have to wake up early that day.
Whoa. Yeah, because they're
And a lot-
probably like Eastern time, right?
A lot of the time, I do miss on them. I
Yeah.
lose,
Yeah.
but the odd ones that I win, you can get good money for them.
Awesome. That's so rad. It's very entrepreneurial actually. That's basically what business is, right? You're buying stuff and reselling it,
Yeah.
or at least a product-based business. It's very cool. And you designed a really cool logo as well.
Yeah,
with
Crispy Kicks.
Yeah, with a Nike shoe on
So
it.
best name.
And I love how you kind of made a play on Krispy Kreme, the donuts. And
Oh my
then
goodness, that
in
was
your
funny.
in your marketing, you had drawn a social media ad as part of your class that had a picture that you drew of a box of donuts, but it had donuts and shoes in it, right? Yeah,
a shoe
super
in
cool.
with donuts.
Yeah, so cool. I love the play on words.
Too crispy.
Too crispy. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with
That
that.
was the single best name I saw.
It
like, out of all
was,
of
it
them. I will
was.
even admit my name was insuperior compared to his. And also he did the crispy kicks. Like that just sounds so cool.
I
It
wanted
does.
a K at
I
the
know.
beginning.
I know, but
And
she
I
has
wouldn't-
a thing against Comic Sans and K's and Z's.
I wouldn't let you, right? You wanted a K for crispy.
I want a Comic Sans, but
And
she
I
didn't
said
let
no.
me.
Yeah. I said no Comic Sans and no substituting letters for other letters. I cracked the whip. Okay, Seth, tell us about your business.
Okay, so my business would be basically First, let me say the name. Sorry. It would be called Shonen Lounge and Collectibles.
Yep.
Shonen is basically your Japanese action anime, which is really cool, and is probably the most popular when it comes to Western culture. And the idea of the place would be a place where people can hang out, watch shows together. Like, for instance, I would have like a streaming service like Crunchyroll, and I would have like a projector, and they'd be able to come pay a little bit of money, watch the show. And there also was collectibles and everything. Right now, I'm having an eye on a literal sword that looks super cool.
Oh, cool.
For like, yeah,
For some decor.
yeah, like it's from Demon Slayer, and I saw it's like $79. I'm like, oh, that's so bad.
Cool.
It's like $79. Yeah,
Wow.
but honestly, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically just a place for teens and everyone else that either wants to get into anime or knows anime and just doesn't have a lot of friends can just hang out, have a good time. I don't want to make people feel very pressured to pay and everything. So there will be, events, people can hang out, community stuff like, for instance, like anime games, they can have like tournaments or, winner gets a prize
Yep.
and a bunch of different things. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, so I think from what I gathered, you were going to have kind of a free portion that anybody could come and just like hang out in the lounge area
Yeah.
or whatever, and then have like maybe a membership type
Yeah, that's
program where people can buy like maybe a punch card or pay for a membership fee, and then
Yeah.
they get access to like the back of the building or
Yeah,
however
they would be able to get access to, I think, a cool idea because, you know, some people would like to go earlier.
Yeah.
Have like a kind of an ability to go in a couple minutes before the store opens and everything else, so they can get those things that they're
early
craving.
access. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. Also the ability to watch those movies for completely free as long as they have the membership. And, discounts and everything else, obviously.
Yep.
And notification, obviously, if they're following us or anything else, they'd be able to get
cool.
notification on if their item they want is there.
Yep.
And they can order, for instance, I have a really cool idea that I came up with recently, is they would go to a different website from a different place if we don't have it, order from there, but, send us the, billing information and everything else, and say, could you guys get this over there, or so we can supply the product and everything else.
And when you're saying product, you mean like different anime, like movies and games? And
Yeah,
things
different
like
anime, movies, games. Like I
Cool.
said, a literal sword.
Yeah, right. Some nostalgia kind of items.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I think the judges really loved about your business was that you were wanting to be very inclusive of people who aren't normally the social type of person.
Yeah, because tends to be, for certain, genres and everything else, some people are made fun of because anime looks like cartoons when they're obviously not. Like, they're more the teen to, adult level. But, the art style, people are like, oh, you're watching cartoons, grow up and everything else. And I just want them to feel welcomed and everything else, being able to, feel they want to be there, they want to have fun, they want to meet new friends. And also just because not everywhere you can go and say, hey, do you watch anime? And they will say yes, right?
Right.
So it'd be nice to have a place where people actually do watch anime or want to, so they can talk about it, right?
Yeah. And maybe even like from my perspective, it's even if you're not into anime, it's still maybe a place that you can go hang out and meet new people
and everything else.
Yeah, that isn't like a football game or it's not like there's no pressure, I guess, or basketball.
Yeah, the events I want to start and everything else, I don't want to just have it just anime. It also could be Marvel and stuff, but that's more the events. But the store will be based around anime, but everything else would be just based on kind of teen culture and everything else.
It's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
And both of you did such a fantastic job presenting your businesses, and so did the other participants. I wish that you all could have seen each other doing the presentations because everyone did so well.
Yeah, but you made sure not to for some reason. I kind of wish I could have saw them. It would be interesting to see how they would pitch it.
I feel like it would throw me off if I was like
Xander's presentation. What was his name again? And for the company?
Oh,
it was like an automobile place.
Yeah, it was like an automobile place, where they can clean it and everything else.
Yeah, shoot, I forget it now. That's so bad of me.
Oh no, it's okay. It happens. There's a lot of things you probably have to think about.
But yeah, all of you did a really great job, and the judges were very impressed by everybody. So congratulations to the both of you for winning.
Yeah.
And in your winnings, I didn't ask this question on the handout that I sent you guys before, but you both received some cash, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you guys do with it?
Well, I haven't spent any of the Visa gift card personally yet, or the Landmark. Landmark, I'm planning to bring a friend over to watch a movie when I'm, available and they're available, because honestly, movies are not fun by yourself, and that's another thing why I think my business would be a cool idea.
Yeah.
Because you'd have a bunch of people, and you have the option to talk, because it's not going to be like shush and everything, but honestly, there also will be, the ask of, hey, could you either quiet down, or go to a different room if you want to talk about something.
Right.
And there'll be intermissions between each show playing, so it's not
that's
back
smart.
to back.
Yeah.
So they can be like, oh my goodness, this was such an insane moment, right?
Yeah.
Because anime moments just blow my mind sometimes. I literally have an entire fight just saved on my phone whenever I want to watch it.
I have some friends who are big Game of Thrones fans, and they would tell me about, this is when it was, you know, you only got one episode a week and it was brand new and whatever. And they would watch it and have to pause it just to talk about what just happened. Like they would just be pausing it constantly throughout the show.
Goodness. If I had friends that watched Attack on Titan, we'd be pausing it like we wouldn't even finish the show.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, but
So-
me personally, I've never gotten to Game of Thrones, but I hear it's very popular among a lot of people.
It's a really good show.
Another thing probably that events can, you know, welcome, right?
Yep. So you didn't spend any of your money. Do you have
No, ma'am.
plans for it?
Yes, I do have
You could
some
buy
plans.
that sword with it.
No, that's going to be a personal thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to, like, what you guys said is a business and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I want to put it towards the business.
Yeah.
What I want to do is probably use that money, for instance, to get a good projector so I'd be able to have that. Or maybe
Nice.
some chairs. That
That's a
people
good
can sit on.
idea.
Or maybe, like, a couple snacks.
Yep.
And I have now another friend that's on board. My friend Liam, next door neighbor. He is willing to do the snack part. The first friend is Dallin, as I told you already, who's willing to do the finance part. But my friend Liam, he says I can either be security or, you know, the kind of snack guy.
Cool.
who it makes
Yeah,
stuff, because he's good at
you need
cooking.
those people.
He's surprisingly good at cooking.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Kai, what'd you do with your money?
Well, I've been trying to spend the visa, but I can't win on any sneaker raffles.
Oh, really?
So I just wake up at 3 a.m. for nothing.
Oh.
3 a.m.? Wow, that's early.
But I did go to the movies with my friends, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah,
And I
with
think
your
I've used
gift certificate?
all my other gift cards. I went to Boston Pizza.
You did?
Yeah, I used
Awesome.
my pizza. I used my...
That I tried to trade you.
Yeah. Shout out to Derek at Boston Pizza for giving us that.
Oh, yeah.
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 Awesome.
Could I ask what movie you guys watched?
Oh, what was it?
Doctor Strange?
Yeah, with Doctor Strange.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I hear a lot of my friends are watching and they really like that movie.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
haven't
good.
got to watching it.
My
It's one of the
daughter
movies
went to
that I
see
have.
it. She said there's a kid from Penticton in it. Like
What?
in the movie.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't know who, she didn't know who, but there is a kid from Penticton who's in that movie.
That's crazy.
Like
Yeah.
an amateur actor or something?
I'm not sure. I don't know how big of a role he has or whatever, but he's, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I've
Yeah.
heard. I don't know.
You gotta ask her when you get home.
She doesn't know.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, she doesn't know. She's like, he
But
doesn't
did
go to
she
my
know-
school.
Does she at least know if it's a big role or
I don't know how
did she
much. I don't
forget?
think she knows at all. She went to see it, and I asked her. I said, "Did you see the kid from Penticton?" And I forget what she said. I think she said no. I think she said she didn't know which one it was.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm sure
Yeah.
you could just do a Google search. It was probably on some local news source
Yeah.
or
Probably.
something.
The
It's
same-
probably like, we have a person in a movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Look at us.
yeah, for sure.
The same friend that went to go to see the movies, we were in Vancouver,
Yeah.
and we were just walking around downtown, and there was a huge movie set going on.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Like it's really big in Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm actually working on there's a company in Vancouver, brand new company called GNNFX, and they hired me to design their logo and their brand for them, and
Wow.
now I'm doing their website too. Yeah, so they do all the special effects makeup and like prosthetics and stuff, so they'll
Oh,
like
that's
put
cool.
gross scabs on people's faces and turn people into zombies and have big horns coming out their heads and stuff. It's really cool.
Okay, I thought it was cool at first, but then you just made me completely grossed out.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah,
The
but
movies need that
I
stuff.
do agree that that's cool and
essential.
everything, and I find it pretty cool that you are having the ability to, help them out and everything, and I find
Yeah.
that interesting because you're helping out your community too, right?
Yeah.
Or other communities,
It's very
which is
fun.
pretty cool. And my mom, she has a plan to do that kind of thing where she's basically gonna have literally anything for a party, anything you can rent.
Oh, like an
Like
event
that's
planner?
gonna be like an
Yeah.
event planner and everything else.
Cool.
But also, oh my goodness, she loves like rewriting her websites because they're like, oh my goodness, this website's so bad, doesn't have this, doesn't have this. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get that. I'm like, this looks
Yeah.
perfectly fine to me.
Are you allowed to say that she's planning on starting an events company?
Oh yeah, I'm allowed.
Okay. Okay, just
Yeah,
making
yeah,
sure.
she but it's more of a plan. She hasn't put into action too much.
Yeah, she just
But
something
they're-
she likes
yeah.
doing.
But they have told me about it. They have, said that we have some ideas of where we would, we would get a place that, we would be able to store everything else.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's move on to the next question. tell me what you thought about the class. So you're just going to imagine that we have future Juniorpreneur participants listening to this, and you want to maybe tell them what your experience was, or give them some advice, or just tell me what you liked about the class, and maybe what you didn't like too.
I really liked about the class is I got to learn a lot of skills that I think are very essential for owning a business and running a business.
Yep.
Which I really liked about the course.
Awesome. Oh, whose phone was that?
Let me put it in silent before that happens.
You didn't put your phone off? That's okay. I'm just kidding.
I'm just going to put it in silent just in case, right?
Sounds good. It was probably mine.
I'll leave it here.
Seth, what did you like? What was your experience?
Okay, my experience was a very positive experience, and I would recommend to anybody who's interested at all at starting a business, because at first, I was talking about the electronics, the game stuff, because I thought that was a safe bet. But with Juniorpreneur, it helped me identify what I like and what I want to, go towards, working towards, and it helped me learn all the skills about making logos, what I can, sell for how much, the taxes, how much I need to buy it. So many good information to start a business. It was insane.
Awesome.
And I was just blessed to have that opportunity.
Awesome. We were blessed to have you, and you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, I don't think you like how I made too much Comic Sans jokes.
Yeah, you guys were so hard on me about the Comic Sans thing.
Because we know you.
So, let's talk about what Juniorpreneur has done for you, or how it has changed anything in your life.
I can go first.
Sure.
Okay. So for me personally, it helped me first identify what I would be interested in doing, because my mom saw me making the logos, making the business cards, and she said I had a knack for marketing. So we ended up actually switching schools from Maggie to Penn High. Mm-hmm. So I will be going to a marketing course and a entrepreneurial course now.
Awesome.
And also I applied for a grant.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of grant?
My mom told me the name, but I completely forgot it. But it's a community grant, which I'm going to be using at most you can get as $500.
Yep.
And what I would be using it for is basically either inflatable movie, theater, bring them to the beach, have fun.
Oh, I know the grant. Yes.
Or probably just enough money to get chairs or snacks so that people can come into my house and watch a movie, because we have a projector. It's not the best, but it's still good quality.
Yep.
Start.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a start, because like I said, right now, my plan is the community and everything else.
Yeah. Which is awesome. The world needs more community people.
So that's what we were saying about Penn High. That's one of the reasons that I'm also going to Penn High, is for business classes, because they don't have the Maggie.
Oh, wait, you went to Maggie?
I'm in middle school.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I completely forgot about that.
So, you guys make sure to tell those Penn High people that you took this class. Tell them how awesome it was.
I can just write down here,
so
graphically
awesome.
hip, join Juniorpreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I'm wearing my
You are.
my
You've got
merch.
your shirt on that has your logo on it that you made in the class.
Such a cool logo. I love
It
the
is.
fact that my stepdad's you could have the circle and then the lines intersect.
Yeah, it's. I wish this was a video thing, not just audio, because then people could see. But I'll post a picture of you guys.
Yeah.
What about you? How has Juniorpreneur changed things for you?
There's a lot of stuff that I thought, that Juniorpreneur would show me what would be better, what wasn't, pros and cons of different stuff.
Yep.
For my business.
Yep. And were your both of your family and friends and stuff supportive of your mission, I guess, and your win and your business in general?
Yeah, my family was definitely supportive, because my mom looked into Penn High and everything. I was looking into Maggie, but she looked into Penn High for me and found that. She also talked with the person who offered, the grant, what I won. They said about the grant, right? And then my mom looked into it and did that stuff. She also had the idea of the community thing. That I will honestly say that's her idea, not mine.
Yep.
But I had somewhat of idea. But that was more when the start of the business. I didn't really have. I had a sort of a plan, like I already had before, about what I'm gonna do before the business. It was more just planning of when to start the business. My mom also told me, hey, why don't you build the community right now?
Yeah.
Then you can, have something. Which she's been amazingly supportive. My family has been really great.
Yeah.
My friends have been like, oh, that's cool. And some of them, like I said, have already hopped on board.
I think maybe that you already kind of knew what you wanted, and she just kind of put it into words for you. You know what I mean? Like she made it official.
Yeah,
and she's such a good mom.
Yeah, she did make it official.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't exactly know what I wanted. Like, at first I was more, But Juniorpreneur helped me narrow down what I wanted.
Yeah.
That I know I liked anime, and honestly, the Western, community and everything else, even Penticton, which is kind of surprising to me, is a pretty good big anime community, which is pretty cool.
And I think Darcy and you kind of sat down together because you had missed one class, so the two of you sat down
because
in a different room, and I
She
think
was really happy about it.
yeah, she helped you come up with a few little things. Hey,
Yeah.
she was so supportive too.
Oh, she was supportive, and I was, blessed for all you guys' help.
Yeah.
I was amazed on the amount of ideas people had. It's pretty crazy how many people actually have good ideas when we think we have like.
I know,
Right?
You
Because,
think you
like,
have
if we just put
have
it
it
in
all,
action-
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two heads are better than one.
Yeah. I definitely like Kai's idea. I definitely like Xander's idea. I definitely like
Jocelyn,
Jocelyn's idea.
Kieran, and
I'm trying to
Kieran.
remember all of them.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Kai, obviously your mom was so supportive because she's the one who co-taught the class with me. But what about the rest of your family and your mom?
My family has been supportive.
Yeah.
My friends probably because I didn't start the business just now. I have been doing this
Right.
before I did this class.
Yep.
But it definitely helped me out.
Awesome. I love to hear that. I love it when family and friends are like cheering for you. That's cool. Tell me what it was like to be announced the winner. That was a big moment. Well, I was.
I'll let him go first because I
Okay.
can't complain.
Okay,
I
okay.
first.
You go first, Kai.
Yeah, because a lot of people, it was really nerve-wracking, like when you were waiting in the suspense, and then you'd go and you'd come back, and then all these thoughts are rushing through your head. Like...
And then when I think because when I announced it, we had two winners and we're only supposed to have one. So all of you were expecting me to just say one name. And then I said we had two. And I think I said your name first, right, Seth?
Yeah, because I was the winner. I was
And then
the
I think
top
you said
prize
there
winner.
were
No,
two.
it
So
was
I thought that
it
he
was in
just
no
won.
order.
Aw, come on.
But
I want to sound cool.
so I think I said our winners are Seth and Kai, right? So in that moment, Kai, what
Yeah,
were
but it
you
was
thinking?
slow. I was like, Seth. And Kai.
Okay.
Well, I was eating my junior mints.
Oh yeah, your junior mints from
Oh my
Elevation
goodness, yeah.
Woodworks. Yeah.
Okay. So, I will explain my experiences.
Sure.
So, we got there. I was, practiced and prepared. I was like, I got this. And then I, hear how everyone's, nailing this. I'm like, I don't got this. It was very nerve-wracking because there were so many good ideas. And I went, I think, close to first. Or was I in the middle when I went?
You were the first one up because your mom wanted to stay in.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I went first, so I just hear all these people doing great. I'm like, oh, no. I was like...
It's
I
hard
still pretended to be confident. I was like, I'm going to win this. I had no idea. And when they were announcing, like, the winners, like, we have two winners, I'm like, wait, what? And then, oh my goodness, I remember that vividly. The fact that you guys paused for so long before saying a single thing. You're just like, and the winners are...
And then I asked somebody to do a drum roll, right? I think someone had started doing some drum roll stuff. And then I said it.
Seth and Kai. And there was a pause between, like, both of them. I'm just
Yeah.
happy my name was said first because I would have, like, went like... I was very surprised that I won. Well, I wasn't too surprised, but I was still, obviously very surprised because I was like, I won!
Yeah.
And it was just an amazing experience because the support that I got from the judges, the amount of criticism, compliments and everything else.
Yep.
And they were very, friendly about it. They were very, upfront and they gave me good advice.
Yeah.
And I was, once got blessed. this entire thing has just been blessed.
Well, and it was interesting to see the difference between the two of you and how when your name was announced, you were all like very vocal about it.
I was like, let's go!
Yes! And then I looked over to Kai and he was like, oh, wow, cool.
It's like Kai was like, oh yeah, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He already knew.
Yeah, you had confidence your entire time. Mine, I'm like a wave of confidence, right?
Yeah. Well, it's hard too because we had each kid present individually and then each child would come back and I would come into the room with you guys where you were waiting and say, oh, you did such a good job. And it's hard to sit there and hear that and not like want to compare, right?
You're like,
oh, well, they did good. So.
And then you're like thinking like, oh, I made some mistakes. Wait, I paused that one time. Oh no.
Well, and the thing is, for any future juniorpreneurs who are listening, these presentations are not being made to the queen. Right? Being perfect is not necessary. It's just
it feels necessary.
being able to show that you retained the information that you learned and that you have a good grasp on your business. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Definitely making a connection with the judges.
And
Yes.
honestly,
Yes.
I just feel like they should go on a comfortable pace. They shouldn't get too, nervous or anything because it's still an amazing experience regardless if you win or not.
Definitely.
And everyone did good, and I'm not going to say my business is going to be better than any of them because
Yep.
they were all good businesses, and they all did good in their fields.
I think Kieran is going to take, because she's 18,
Yeah, I remember you said that she can actually start her business.
she's going to take the business plan course through Community Futures, I believe, is the plan.
That's what she was talking about.
Yeah. So I want to say she's starting that next week, but I might be wrong. Might not be until the fall. But anyway, super cool. So she's taking it to the next level. What are you planning on doing with your business to keep it moving forward? You got any big plans? Any immediate plans or future plans?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to Kelowna
What for?
because a sneaker shop just opened up in Kelowna.
Fun.
And you can not only buy, but you can also sell and trade shoes.
Oh, what?
So I might bring a couple of shoes and I'll go check that out.
That's awesome.
awesome.
Because it just came out.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know exactly.
Cool.
But I'll go there tomorrow.
Good for you. Let me know how it goes.
I will.
I'm excited. I
Yeah.
keep seeing these cool shoes on Facebook Marketplace when I'm scrolling through there. And there's a pair, I know they're not sneakers, but there's a pair of Vans and they glow, they look like white Vans, but then they glow in the dark. And when they glow in the dark, there's like all these cool designs on it and stuff. They're really cool.
that's cool.
I sent that to your mom because I thought you'd think that was cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For me, my business is more like a long-term plan where, saving up money to start the business, get rent a place and find the community and everything else. And the grant, the community events and everything else is what the plan is going forward.
Yep.
And obviously getting more of my friends or just people that I met to, hop on board like, hey, that would be actually a good idea. Maybe I could start, business with this guy, right?
Yep.
And, obviously finances is a big part because those things are going to be costly,
Definitely.
especially the swords.
Yep.
I keep on going back to the swords.
Yep. Yep.
It's like, I literally have that as my wallpaper because it's so
I think,
cool.
I think the furniture is going to be your big cost up front.
Yeah, furniture's... Well, I think it's also going to be the projector, though, because
Yep.
projectors are
Yep.
expensive.
They can be.
But furniture, yeah, definitely.
But you can also get like a base model projector for now
Can
and
it
then
be-
upgrade later.
Now that I think about it, don't it be kind of funny if I had my, kind of place? Just like a bed that people could just sleep in when they just get tired. Just like one single bed.
Maybe. I don't know if people's parents would be okay with that, but
Valid point. But the thing is, if they don't know, I'm joking.
yeah.
Yeah, because obviously, at the end of the day, most of them are going to be teenagers, so they are going to need parents' permission. So I have to have a safe enough space where, things are
Yeah,
safe, things
yes.
are kept, because the swords are not going to be out there where people can touch them. They're going to be,
Mounted on a wall.
they're
or
going to be
something.
mounted on a wall, for instance, or in a glass, kind of lock-up container, or,
Right.
somewhere else, like in the back room.
Yep, that's smart.
Yeah, and then like have pictures for it or something. Because at the end of the day, like I said, parental permission is a big part about if the business goes up or not.
Yep.
Because if a couple parents have bad, feeling or bad vibe from immediately, it's probably going to have a very hard time getting off because parents do talk.
Yes, they do. I think for you at least for the beginning or for another year or so, you're going to have an adult present for supervision. I actually think that might be required by law, but I might be wrong.
Well, I'm going to have my parents helping me out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Seth, tell me what advice you have for other youth entrepreneurs or future juniorpreneur participants.
Well, first things first is go to Juniorpreneur. It's not even a question. That's the first thing you need to do. Secondly, narrow down what community you want to have. Like, for instance, me, I want to have an anime community. For instance, Xander, for instance, I keep going back to him because he's the only name I remember right now.
Yeah.
Probably you would have people who like cars or people that are, heartbroken dads that have cars that need to be fixed, blah, blah, right?
Yep.
Or, for instance, Kai, he wants kids who like the trends,
Yep.
shoes and everything else. You want to identify what community you want so you could, push past that. Sorry, I'm having a hard time forming the words.
That's okay. It's okay. I think what you're trying to say is
yeah.
to have a good idea of who your target market is.
Yeah, like have a good idea where your target market is.
Yep.
Secondly is understand what you're going to be marketing is going to look like. Once you have a target market, then you're going to have your marketing, what it's going to look like. Like some people would have, we're going to have these kids go like a marathon, and would you like to join us? For instance, Ironman.
Yep.
Or maybe it would be, hey, would you guys want to watch a movie for us or free this one day? Kind of bring people in. And obviously what your colors are going to look like, because obviously you have to keep in mind very closely on what the colors mean to each person.
Mm-hmm.
And a good idea, which we did do in Juniorpreneur, is basically just ask someone, show a color, see what they think first. Because then that means that's what they're going to associate with your business. Because the color is a very big part.
It is.
And
yeah.
it's hard to
it's
change.
very subjective too. What I think red means to me is different than what red means to you, right?
Yeah, like sometimes it can be in rage, sometimes it can be in love. It's very different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like with your colors, that kind of stuff. It's like if you're, at like a grocery store somewhere. If someone has a product, they want it to pop to catch your eye, right?
Yes. Yeah, you got to stand out from everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And so all those things that you're talking about, Seth, those are all things that we do learn in the class. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I would say being true to community. Don't try to, go for mainly. Obviously, you need profit for, affording rent and everything else. But in my personal opinion, you should be true to your community. You shouldn't try just to go for profit.
Yeah.
You should try to go for what they want or / need, right?
I love that.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be. I'm going to do an example of Walmart. I don't know if that's okay. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. For instance, Walmart, the milk is all the way at the end. Most people get milk, leave sometimes. So then they see all this stuff. They want you to wander. They move things constantly, and they don't really tell you. And there's no announcement like hey, there's going to be new mods or anything else, right?
Yeah.
So that just makes you wonder, and that's how they get their money.
That they do that on purpose.
I know.
I don't know.
100% on purpose.
Yep.
That's what I meant.
Yep.
But, like, for instance, if you want to be a grocery store, you want to have stuff like
I think
good
maybe,
signs that can explain things. Maybe, like, a little sign beside each kind of mod.
Yep.
That says, for instance, hot chocolate, cereal.
Right.
Each different thing, what it is.
Yeah. I think maybe what you're alluding to is, are you more concerned about making the money or about helping the person?
Yeah, you have to understand that part.
Yeah.
Because some businesses, you have to be more concerned about making the money.
It is a marketing plan for Walmart to do that, to put the milk way at the backs, because then people spend more money there, right? But it's not necessarily as helpful to their customers. It's
because
more
if you
about
had,
profit.
for instance, milk where the sausages are, you can go leave.
Yeah. And
that'd be efficient.
Every grocery store does that, by the way. Every major grocery store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they all know it's a very effective method.
It is. Yep.
And that's the sad truth.
You know what? It's also in a way helpful, because when I'm walking through the grocery store and all I need is milk, then I see stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to buy that. Oh yeah, I forgot to buy that. Right? So
true,
it
but
is
not everyone's
helpful a
like
little
that.
bit.
So
no.
it's for me, when I see it,
Good
it's
and
more
bad.
on the good and bad, but a little bit more on the bad side. But honestly, I'm not dissing more for doing that, because that's their choice,
Yeah.
their business plan, and everything else.
Yep.
I would also highly recommend you find basically, what was it again? I'm losing my train of thought.
Do you want me to go to Kai for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Kai,
Yeah.
what's your advice to future entrepreneurs and future Juniorpreneur participants?
I mean, even if you're not super into business and that kind of stuff, it's still a really good experience because there's a lot of stuff that in life that you're going to need these kind of skills.
Can you give an example of one or two of the skills that you thought transferred over into life?
Just like being more smart about a business
Yep.
rather than just doing certain stuff that you think might. And I think that Juniorpreneur really helped out with like the pros and cons and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of neat because at least for youth, you probably don't think a lot about the everyday goings on of a business that like the businesses that you walk into on a daily basis sort of thing, right? You don't really think about what's going on behind the scenes. You just go in, buy your thing and leave. So maybe Juniorpreneur helps
Open your eyes to that kind
Yeah.
of
give
stuff.
you a little insight on that.
Yeah.
and-
Like when I started working at Walmart, I used to notice all the associates who were working. Before, I was like, oh, there's no one working. Because you don't notice it until you
Right.
actually have,
Right.
experience it. And it's a different thing. Also, another thing I just remembered would be, where would you be located? Because you have to remember, you could be located in your hometown, but maybe that's not the best place to start your business.
Yeah.
Because different towns have strength of, for instance, cars. Or, for instance, like Marvel fans.
Right.
It's different kind of, places that you can choose.
Yep. So pay
And
attention to your culture and your
Also, and if you have a business that has either a fan base or a movie, kind of any fan base kind of, I'd really recommend you have events that people can join so it can build more people, kind of like how I'm doing.
definitely
Yeah.
good advice.
And that's it.
Okay.
Finally.
Do either of you read books?
No.
No.
A good bit.
Do you have a book that you recommend?
Well, first, I would say the more professional one. Second, I'm going to say one of my favorites.
Sure.
So what I would recommend is reading a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Oh,
Basically,
I love that book.
oh my goodness, you have read it
Yes.
too? Like
So many times.
there's so many good advices in there.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a book that lets you understand on how you can deal with different situations, thinking of different situations where, and he actually shows teens that have had those situations happen to them.
Yep.
And, what they did to it.
Yep.
For instance, I'm going to give an example of a kid who wants to go, I'll show you, which he literally says the I'll show you on the chapter page. Basically, he wants to fail his math class. So then, his parents get mad because they're math teachers. But instead, his friend recommends, hey, why don't you excel in your math class, then ask your school for a different report card that says F. So then, you don't screw yourself in the long run, right?
Yep. Yep.
So that's another great book that you definitely can read. Obviously, you don't have to; it's your choice at the end of the day. But I would definitely recommend it because it just helped me a lot.
I would too. Don't sweat the small stuff, and there's different versions of it too. You
Yeah,
can get don't
there's a lot
sweat
of
the
different-
small stuff for golf, and don't sweat the small
There's
stuff
golf?
for cooking. And, yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. It's a fantastic series of books for sure.
Yeah.
And what's your second one?
My second one would be the first manga that I read, and currently my favorite one. I've read so far one full manga, one I've caught up on, and the other I'm in progress of, is the Demon Slayer manga. The Demon Slayer manga was an amazing manga that beautiful, kind of fight scenes and everything else. And if you are an anime fan, you probably know what Demon Slayer is. And I would just recommend giving it a shot because it is amazing to look at how the characters progress in the story and how the main character changes a lot of the characters. It's really surprising that a lot of them are just, oh, I'm the main character. But the main character changed a lot of the Hashras, which are basically the top kind of guys,
Yep.
how they see things. Because
Very
in that
cool.
story, it's more of a kind of depressing pace and everything else. So they have the kind of mentality of everything's kind of depressing, but Tanjiro Cups kind of helps the Hashras shift into the perspective of, yeah, it's depressing, but I can remember the moments, what brought me here, and everything else.
Cool.
I don't want to spoil it too much
Okay.
because it is a really good book, and also the twists and everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, those
Thank
are my
you.
two recommendations.
Kai, I know you don't read books. What about favorite TV show or movie or website or whatever?
Well, I can do that for days.
I don't know. I've been really busy lately.
Yeah.
I've been really like out and about and doing stuff.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
So nothing. No recommendations. Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah. I don't know.
Not really.
I'll have to think about that one.
Okay. That's okay.
I can recommend some shows.
I know
and
you
stuff.
can. I know you can. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Again, congratulations on your big win.
Thank you.
We
Yeah,
can't
thank
wait
you.
to see what you guys do with your businesses in the future.
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to.
Please keep me updated.
I will.
Alright.
Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'll even use your service.
Yep. Maybe one day, hey?
Alright.
One day.
All right. Thanks, guys, and stay here.
Bye.